Hey everyone, Andrea here. Welcome to Karcher Makes, and today I have a bit of a different video for you. We're going to be talking about the Knit for Food Knitting Marathon that is coming up on April 5th, 2025. So let's just start with what is Knit for Food and why does it matter? So Knit for Food was started by Laura Nelkin. This is the 5th year that it is being put on. And it is a 12-hour knitting marathon to raise money for hunger and food insecurity, and 100% of the money goes towards 4 different charity organizations. It gets evenly divided between Feeding America, World Central Kitchen, No Kid Hungry, and Meals on Wheels. So I really wanted to share kind of my personal experiences with food insecurity and really talk about why I am kind of passionate about this cause for this year and why I want to participate in it. So this year I joined the Love and Stitches team hosted by Natalie of Knitty Natty, and my goal was to raise $250 for this cause, and I've already met my goal, which is amazing. But if you would like to join us, if you would like to donate, I will leave all the links below. Take a look, come join us, come knit with us, and enjoy all the fun while doing something good for the world as well. So let's talk about why I'm so passionate about this cause. So as a young child, I was personally touched by food insecurity, and when I was 3 or 4 years old, my father became disabled. He could not work anymore, and my mother worked third shift at a factory, and we really relied on the federally subsidized school lunch programs, not just lunch, for breakfast and lunch, for most of my meals. And I really remember being in like 3rd or 4th grade. So I was like, 7, 8 years old. I remember my parents getting into an argument because I was on the free breakfast and lunch school program, and my mother had gotten a couple raises at work over a couple years, and that pushed our income over the limit for free school meals, and we got moved into the reduced school meal program. Now, it was still, I think the breakfast was 10 cents at the time, and the lunch was like 25 cents at the time. We're going back a little ways, y'all. I'm kind of old, but that was still proving to be a hardship on my family, to the point that there was like a lot of stress within our family unit about it. My dad, again, since he was home, he wasn't working, he was our primary caregiver, and he always made sure we ate, but like he wasn't making meals or following recipes and really providing us with a lot of healthy kind of food options. We ate whatever was cheap. We ate a lot of cheap white bread, we ate a lot of hot dogs, we ate a lot of spaghetti, and we ate a lot of cereal. And I can remember on plenty of occasions where it was cereal for dinner. Like, that's what we ate in that day. Luckily, I had that subsidized school meal program to really rely on getting fed in a day, because I couldn't always rely on having dinner at home with my family. So when I was 14, my father passed away, and my mom was still working. She was still working third shift. We relied a lot on my older sister to take care of me at that time. And a year after my dad died, my mother had a stroke. So I was back at my sister's and really relying on their family to, again, take care of me some more. But once I came back home with my mom did recover from that stroke. And once I came back with her, she went and sought out food stamp assistance with the state. And again, these programs are very subsidized by the state and by the federal government. So, you know, relying on food stamps, not having access to a lot of healthy foods. Obviously, I had nutrition issues as a kid, and, you know, that affects people's health. And, you know, it really does also kind of spill over into, you know, the social aspects of life. So being in school, you know, kids are terrible. Kids are so mean to one another. At least they were when I was in school. I hope your children have better experiences with their peer groups, but kids were mean. And, you know, I had to go through a separate line because I was on the subsidized lunch program and I couldn't go through the normal line with my peer group. So it was embarrassing to have to go to school and, you know, I was hungry. I had to rely on eating food. And I had to go through that separate line, and it was not great. It was not great at all. And, you know, even being a younger kid, you know, my peer group would have their little fancy lunches packed into their cute little lunch boxes, and they'd have a sandwich and a snack and a drink and a little note from their mom. And I didn't have that. I had the crappy pizza that the school offered that day, or the goulash, which was my least favorite thing ever. And to this day, I refuse to eat goulash for that reason. And, you know, just kind of the social aspects of it were honestly probably more impactful to me personally than the nutrition and health issues that kind of came along with it. So all that to say, when I saw that, you know, Laura was sponsoring this Knit For Food Knit-A-Thon again this year for the fifth annual, I decided, okay, this is the year that I want to participate. This is the year that I need to give back to these programs that have also helped me in my life. Now, I mentioned, and I don't know when this video is going up, but I have mentioned in a prior video that I like to garden and I like to grow fresh food. And, you know, a little bit of that is just because I like eating fresh food now as an adult who can afford to pay for it. But also, we have a local food pantry here in my town, and they accept fresh food. A lot of food pantries will only accept non-perishables, but this one accepts fresh vegetables, fresh fruits. So I always share my abundance of homegrown vegetables with them so that, you know, folks can experience having, you know, fresh food in their meals. So like I mentioned, I will leave the links below to my personal page for Knit For Food if you would like to donate to my cause. That's amazing. Please don't feel like you have to. That's really not why I made this video. But if you feel compelled to join us, like anybody can join and it costs nothing to join. Now, if you do get $100 in donations, you get access to the Zooms that Laura Nelkin is going to be having the day of the event on Saturday, April 5th, but it doesn't cost anything to join. So if you want to join us, you want just to have like a whole day of nothing but knitting. I've already cleared my calendar and I'm kind of excited for it. So clear your calendar, come knit with us, let's go hang, and let's make some beautiful projects as well as donate some money to some very good causes that in this economic environment desperately need the help. So that's all I had to share with you today. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I hope you join me on Saturday, April 5th for some knitting, for some fun, and some giving back. See you next time.